Hey guys, my name is Larry Thomas, and I'm coming at you with another video from our alphabet series. We'll be doing the alphabet series A through Z. I'm coming at you with the letter A. So before we do anything else, I want you guys please like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel, Team Thomas. So the words I came up with from the letter A is adversary to advocate and arrogant to acknowledging. Adversary to arrogant and arrogant, adversary to advocate and arrogant to acknowledging. So when we look at the definition, adversary, it says an enemy, opponent, one's opponent in a contest, conflict, or dispute. So when we look at advocate, this is what it says. It says to speak in favor of someone who speaks in another person's defense. Jesus is our advocate. So the co-topic I got from this, I came up with for this particular video, God will make your enemy your footstool. That right there, just man. So when we look over our lives, I want you guys to remember a time when God used your enemy to help you, to help elevate you or help you. What was meant to break you, what the devil meant to break you, God turned that thing around to work it out for the good. I want you guys to meditate on that right now. So many times, in our life, we are faced with situations that we have no control over. So, for instance, working at a job where you have that, that one person that just can't stand you. They just can't stand you. Do you know God will use that same person to help elevate you? So let me tell you a little story. I can remember I started working at a film studio. It was like it was this one lady, that I was working with. She was very arrogant. She had a heavy spirit. It was like, whew, she was hard to deal with, but I didn't let that affect my character or the way I carried myself. So after working there for a while, I had got used to her, used to how she operated and stuff like that. So for a while, I found out that she was always that way. After a while, I found out she was always that way. Everybody was talking about her, stuff like that. So this is what I did, though, you guys. This is what I did. I continued to share the love of God through this situation, and I focused on the ways that would brighten her day, would make her happy. It was not easy. It was not an easy task. I know you're probably like, man, why you took so much time, just to try to make somebody else happy. It's not about making somebody else happy. It's about showing the love of God and sharing the love of God. It was not easy, but it was worth it. So we became very close, man. She was like my granny that I work with. That's how I felt. It started to feel like my granny I work with. So everyone wondered, how we became so close, because this particular person wasn't easy to get along with. Nobody they couldn't stand her. They couldn't get along with her. They couldn't seem to, get that. Try to get along with her. They didn't know how to get along with her. So once I was asked a question from her, she was like, "How do you do it?" I was like, "How do I do it?" She said, "How do you put a smile on your face when people, mistreat you or rub you in the wrong way?" I told her it takes practice. That question right there, man, made me realize I had made a difference in her life. And she's very, very older than me. Uh, it's like I was so amazed at how God was working through me in this situation and in the other situations that occurred in my life. So she became a person that talked highly of me around the studio. Not saying, this to brag, not saying this to brag. I just want you guys to know that God can change adversary to advocate. But we should always think about this in every situation when dealing with everything, man. We should always think about this. I know sometimes we lack, focusing on good in situations like this, but God, He can do exceedingly and abundantly above anything we can ask or imagine. Ephesians 3 and 20, by the way. The same way God worked in my life, you guys, He will work in your life. So that's the first part of the video. Let's look at the second part. Arrogant to acknowledging. Arrogant to acknowledging. Arrogant meaning proud, conceited. Acknowledging means to know and to say that something is true. Matthew 10:33. Whoever acknowledged me before men, I will also acknowledge them before my Father in heaven. Now, we have all been prideful, man, in our lives. I know I have. It's easy to take pride in what you do until God reminds you that you're not doing this, you're not able to do this. It's because of Him. So I've been reminded that over and over again, man, times in my life. Never walk around thinking you are Mr. Know-It-All, Mrs. Know-It-All. Never walk around like that, man, because there is somebody that will show you that you don't know it all or don't know what you think you know. You feel me? So now it's okay, to be proud of what you do, but give credit to God. So this is what I had started doing. Replace I with God. Replace I with God, or replace us with God, if you're in a relationship or whatever. The same place I see adversary go to advocate. This is the same place I seen arrogant go to acknowledging. So I was working at the same place, right? It was this person who was so arrogant, you guys, man. This person was so arrogant. It's like everybody talked about him too. And was like, man, nobody want to work with him because he always think he know it all. He speaks so highly of himself and all this stuff like that. But like I'm the type, I like to find out things for myself. I like to figure out a person myself. And I was able to look, past the flaws and stuff like that. Because so many times when somebody tell us about somebody, we go looking for the bad in somebody, looking at what they said, is trying to find out if it's true or not. But I was able to look over the bad and I look at the good out of this person. I know some people, would keep their distance just because an experience that didn't happen to them. That is a word right there. An experience that didn't happen to you. And so many times we walk around, letting the experience that didn't happen to us affect our lives. But anyway, so one day, sitting in the security booth, this particular person, man, asked me why I believe in God. I was shocked because he never really, talked to me for real, never really questioned me. But this was an opportunity right here to share the love of God and show him that God was real, you feel me? So I started to tell him and let him know that God, why I think God was real and why I know God was real. So I started to tell him, the relationship that me and God have is very personal. I can feel him over my body at times and stuff like the Holy Spirit, man. He loves on me at times, so I know he's real. So he started to get loud and angry when I started to tell him my stories, man. And like I said, somebody was going to kill him or something. I was like, wow, this guy off the chain right here. So me being human, my emotions started to arouse. So I was like, oh my God, my emotions just taking over me. And also the rumors that everybody was saying, I started to see that right before my eyes. So I was like, okay, let me handle this another way. So I had to handle it very professional and with love, you feel me? I just told him I just know. When you know, you know. You feel me? You know how that saying, when you know, you know. So he started to ask all these questions, man, that I knew the answer to, but my emotions were so strong at the time and so out of whack. It's like I had to leave, man, from around him. I had to go to the bathroom. I had to go somewhere. So now be advised, this person didn't know. He didn't know they didn't know I was boiling up inside. They didn't know I was boiling inside. So once I got to the building, I started to pray and ask God, to help me with this situation because I didn't know how to react to what was going on. I needed to know, so I had to call my sister, man. This situation right here, man, it had me for a minute. I was like, man, how do I show the love of God right now when my emotions just taking over me? Like, I'm like ready to fight now. But that's the old me trying to come out, but I had to make that old me bow down. So I called my sister, and she was like, she said, some people just want to know you know, why you believe in what you believe in? I was like, hmm. She said, maybe he wants to believe in what you believe in. And this is the opportunity to show him. I was like, dang, yeah, you're right. Dang. I said, you're right. So when I got the phone with my sister, I started to ask God to give me the words to say to this guy to help me show love to this guy in this situation. I want him to feel God right now. I want him to feel the love of God. So before I could even get back to the booth, man, he was like, Thomas. He was like, Thomas. I didn't mean to be so arrogant. I just wanted to know, you feel me? And he was like, I was like, oh, wow, what? He wanted to, you know more about what I believed in and how I love on everybody and stuff like that. And how I'm patient with people that are ignorant and stuff. And he was asking me all kind of questions like that. It's like God spoke to him while I was, out. And that's what's so crazy about God spoke to him while I was in the restroom. That goes to uh, advocate, but it's just arrogant to acknowledge it. So, but that's how God, that goes along with that also. But God was speaking to him while I was gone. So when I left work, man, I started to feel so good. Man, I was feeling so good when I left work. It was like I was making a difference at the studio. And I realized, you know, that people were talking and telling others about how good of a person I was. And that I was godly and spiritually and stuff like that. So I felt a little pride kick in, you feel me? You know how that pride kick in, you be like, I'm doing this. But I didn't, let that, I overcame the pride. And I wanted God just to use me. I want people to see God, all over me. I want people to see God. I want God to shine, not me. So I remained humble and I started to realize that I had a gift of presenting the love of God. Presenting the love of God, I had a gift. I was able to, see this guy go from being arrogant to acknowledging that, the fact that he was arrogant. You feel me? I seen the change in him every time I came to work. Every time I came to work and worked with him, I seen the change in him. He was changing, and I was like, wow. So he was reading me things and telling me about life experiences he had that he probably didn't tell anybody else, haven't told anybody. I was like, wow, you never know what a person is going through, man. You never know what a person is going through. So we must be loving, kind, and full of joy as much as we can. I know a lot of times, man, you're going to have these down days, but it's so important to put on the love of God. I have a lot of stories, similar to these, but these are the only two I will share at the moment, just at the moment. But if you didn't get anything else from this video, I want you to get this. People can change. Don't believe the world. People in the world say, if they was this, they always gonna be this. Don't believe that, man. God can change people. God can change people. He can heal. He can restore. He can deliver. So that's what I want you guys to get out of this, man. People can change. Now, this is the first video from our alphabet series, the letter A. So be sure to subscribe to our channel, like, comment, share, you guys. We got a whole lot of stuff coming up, man. A whole lot of videos coming up. My wife is going to do the next video in the alphabet series, so I look forward to that. I hope you guys look forward to that as well. Remember, man, to subscribe to this channel. And remember, people can change, man. Arrogant to acknowledging, and adversary to advocate. God will talk for you, man. God will look out for you. He will send people in your life to look out for you as well. So remember that, you guys. I love you guys, man. And stay blessed. Be blessed. Be the light in the darkness. Don't listen to rumors, man, until you experience it yourself. Stop going off of things that you haven't experienced yet. I'm out, you guys. God bless. Bye-bye.